Good morning. Some worthless news recently. They think they're going to change anything, but they don't realize because they're fucking stupid that the universe is made up of the same matter, no matter what happened or there. So they don't change anything. Um, I already beat them to the punch on not giving them money. Record cash balance, too much at my age. So I'll see what Buffett says about that. But Harris, who is, well, no one's black. That's politically incorrect to say someone is black, but she's not African American. One of the parents is from India. The other parent is from, uh, formerly known as Hispaniola. So she is neither. And yeah, according to Yahoo, she is, would not be the first African American president. We don't need to mention that, who was the first African American president. But what we do know is that shenanigans, they're desperate, regardless of which party you support. They're not going to change anything. Um, I myself am not going back to white collar job, even if I did need the money. Any further interaction between myself and the airline industry would not be in a positive manner. And I can do that in a morally right way. So no problem there. So probably looking at donating money, which is going to get them just about nowhere. They need votes, not money, as Richard Epstein would say. So, completely incompetent from here to. I was almost competing with Ted Bundy for incompetence here. Harris is showing her age. She is hideous, just a hideous sight. I myself have too much cash, and my investments aren't even doing anything. So they're doing these shenanigans, and I wouldn't even do them if I did need the money. So light years ahead of them, which would be about 5.8 trillion miles. Um, but anyways, probably won't even vote here. But I don't need to vote to abstain from having children, and I don't need to vote to be one of the top 100 mathematicians on the planet. So just literally destroying people here. Got nothing else to do. Already done. The reason I don't have a bucket list is because I've done everything I want on my bucket list 100 times. So just manhandling people here. Kamala Harris probably slept with her boyfriend in high school or college. I would have shot myself with a 357 if I had done that. So there you go. There's my answer to what I've done there. So just incompetent and prepared for the possibility that she could become president. You couldn't pay me an unlimited sum of money to be president. So they do absolutely nothing. They change, like that's one of the first two things we said. They change absolutely nothing. I am not having children, and if I lived for infinity, I would not have a child. So nothing they're going to do about it. And you could probably take a shot at Trump too a little bit on that with the Stormy Daniels stuff. So people are kind of stupid with what was going on with that. Let's keep it PG rated, but it's not going to entice anybody. That the reason that the birth rate is dropping because the morals of people. It has nothing to do with money. With a child tax credit, I polled my friends on this one, and a majority of them would make more money from the tax credit they would receive than the cost of having the child. So it has absolutely nothing to do with money. It has to do with people cheating. And like we said, the universe is made up of the same matter now, and you just can rearrange stuff. You can't change the order of the universe. It has a certain order to it. So it's very disappointing that you have to explain this stuff. Doesn't change anything. I guess if they want to take the Thelma and Louise approach, if Harris is reelected, you're going to continue to see me spending less, driving less. And if I drive less, it's not necessary. You can say, okay, that's good for the environment. But the problem is I spend less too. I spend almost nothing if I don't drive. So don't buy stuff online. Amazon has absolutely no value to me. Um, Going back to incompetence. If I was that incompetent where I didn't have time to order stuff or visit it in person, I would have shot myself with a 357. You got that one. Barack Obama did absolutely nothing for African Americans. Like we said, you can't change anything. If there was going to be a guy, he was going to be the guy to do something about. Let's see, who was the guy who was going to do something about that? Isn't he? I mean, who else would be? I mean, you could have a Republican do that, but Um, I don't know. You could have an African American president, who's a Republican, do something like Tim Scott, possibly, but Obama was actually blatant about that stuff. So I don't see anybody else would be more likely to help African Americans than him, and he did nothing. All majority of my African American friends said he did nothing. I didn't say that. They said he did nothing for them. Um, Medicaid is basically a card that keeps you away from getting a fine. So he did absolutely nothing. Like I said, I don't have to do shenanigans to make money. You just sit back and earn. On my cash interest, I'm covering half of my expenses. So Microsoft, which is worth, I don't know, 2 trillion, is covering only 5 to 10% of their expenses, and I'm covering half. Um, so where do we wrap that up? Because you probably have still, I explained it to you like a 4-year-old would understand, and you still are going to have these nonsense people out there. You have the media manipulating the people. I don't watch that. Their ratings are down. So why do they want their ratings down? Who cares? Their ratings are down. That's the important part. Harris is hideous. It's embarrassing to the U.S. To have her even as a vice president. And she received 844 votes in the 2020 primary. So the Democrats are full of shit that they support her. They gave her 844 fucking votes out of, I believe, 40 million. So that's almost farcical. So how do we wrap this up with Harris? Doesn't matter if she becomes president. She's hideous. She supports murder via abortion. I wouldn't support that. I don't even need that. It doesn't. You don't even. It doesn't offer me. Even if it was sterile, I wouldn't take that option. It doesn't offer me anything in return. There's nothing that offsets that. Like if you were to steal a loaf of bread, you get a loaf of bread and you get to eat that. Abortion provides absolutely no value to me, even if I wanted to have a child and the male was the one that became pregnant. I wouldn't sleep with anybody if I didn't want to have a child. And on top of that, even if I was sterile, I wouldn't have slept with somebody as a teenager because I don't consider myself a worthless POS. So abortion provides absolutely no. If I had no morals, it still provides absolutely no value to me. It's like a coupon in the mail that you just toss because you're not going to use it. It doesn't provide any. It doesn't improve your situation at all. And it's kind of like if you look at a female, uh, the males don't really look at how many children she's had. They look at how many people you slept with. So if you sleep with somebody and have an abortion, that doesn't exempt you from having more tread on the tires. But of course, they would know that too because I don't think somebody could be that stupid. So, wrapping up Harris, she comes to be president. I view her and Biden as kind of the same person. I mean, he's a VP, right? She is his VP right now. So I fully prepared to continue to reduce my spending. I don't even like spending, so you're playing into my hand, kind of. And the issues that people have absolutely nothing to do with Harris being president or not. So if somebody came to me and had a problem with me not having children, there's absolutely nothing they're going to do about that. And it does cause problems for these people. You look at the declining birth rate and the problems that's causing to Japan starting 30 years ago and starting to spread into the U.S. And you have all these issues or actions that I take as a result of this stuff that causes problems for other people, and there's nothing they can do about that. So you take a guy out there whose wife has cancer. I'm responsible for that indirectly by opting out of the system, and there's nothing they can do about that. That's how good I am, is I can retaliate on people, and there's nothing that they can do about that. And that has absolutely nothing to do with if Harris or Trump wins the election. So laugh out loud.